And call the meeting to order. Take a roll call, please.
Cheryl Robinson.
Here.
David Rowley.
Here.
Jeff Lord.
Here.
Trisha Kennedy. Here. Craig Belzman. Michelle Payton is absent. Andrew Marietta.
Here.
Tim Johnson is absent. You have one form.
All right, well, if we'll go to the chair's remarks, we have only one piece of business on our agenda for today. That is a resolution for the SBA Housing in New York as a replacing entity to the Casino Group. Chris, would you like to just walk us through the resolution?
Sure. Morning, folks. So make sure I'm off mute. Okay, so as you know, this project was approved a while back. The original applicant was looking for 9% low-income housing tax credit from the state. Had some trouble with that. We were contacted by the original project applicant, letting us know that a new LLC, the idea was to have a new LLC installed or assign this project for purposes of having a better chance of getting that 9% tax credit. Apparently, the individuals with the new entity have a much better relationship with HCR and will help in that process. So this resolution simply designates the new applicant, the new company, as the entity that would step into the shoes and enter into the documents with the IDA should this move forward. Happy to answer any questions.
Yeah, I guess, do you have any additional insight on the company itself that you would be able to share?
I don't. I've only heard from the original project applicant that the reason for this is because of the HCR, I won't call them issues, but having a better chance of getting the 9% tax credit.
And, from our conversations, SDA housing was recommended by the granting agency as a potential better resource and a more likely to be approved resource given their past history and successful project.
Right.
Any questions that anyone would like to discuss regarding this resolution?
Do you think that we've had enough oversight on this, on voting on this
Yeah, I do. If you look at the original approving resolution talks about, and one of the whereas clauses, the lease of the project facility, we know this language, but I'll say it again, the original lease of the project facility to the original company or such other person as may be designated by the original company and agreed upon by the agency. And in the past, when we've been in this situation, the agreed upon by the agency, we just because we're Boy Scouts, we have a resolution affirmatively adopted by the IDA, so designating the new company. So we've done this in the past and we feel it's more than legal.
Any other questions? I think again, I'll just express my viewpoint ultimately is we are one part of an investment financial package to be offering the developer. The due diligence still does remain highly on the local municipalities in terms of supporting the project and overall success of the project. So that's just kind of my point of view. I don't know if anyone else wants to share anything.
I would just note that it's kind of high lift, get something approved in Cooperstown. The due diligence is pretty significant. The first example was the project that Josh Evans.
Right.
They did painstakingly prep on it to get that passed.
Hearing no further questions or comments, take a roll out first. Roll.
You have a question?
Oh, you did, yeah.
Right.
Make a motion, please.
So.
Second.
Second.
All right.
Cheryl Robinson.
Yes.
David Rowley.
Yeah.
Jeff Lord.
Yes.
Trisha Kennedy.
Abstain.
Craig Belzman.
Yes.
Andrew Marietta.
Yes.
Tim Johnson.
Yes.
Michelle Payton's absent. Passes.
Any public comment? Seeing no public, I have a motion to adjourn.
Don't move.
Second. Second, anybody?
Yep. Yes.
All right.
Thank you, folks. Have a great day.
Thanks.
Thank you, Chris. Okay, we'll move right into the audit finance. Got the reports. So I'll just open it up to see if anybody has any questions or if the staff has any commentary with respect to the financials.
No, I enjoy hearing you.
And
Yeah, the midsummer.
Any update on the Access.
Yeah, do you, one second. I don't, do you want me to say in public, not executive session?
Yeah, I would do that. Exactly.
Are we-
We don't know the answer, so you have to kind of.
Oh, right, they're 3 months behind,
Okay.
in the rent.
Mhm.
Um,
Should we go into executive session if it's talking about property?
Probably a good idea.
Potential sale.
I'm-
property as well. Financials.
Okay.
I'll make a motion for executive session.
So,
okay.
Second.
okay,
No action.
no action taken, right? That's, just set the discussion, so. Any other comments or questions about financials? P&Ls? Balance sheet. How we, I would like to ask one other question about, any updates with respect to being reimbursed on the grant for Richfield, additional hours, et cetera.
EDA has approved the time that I spent on the project to be reimbursed. That's about another $44,400. They've also been sole source for Stone Associates work that was done on the project. That's another $82,000 reimbursed for. We're still awaiting a decision from their council on Capital Energy Partners, which is another $58,000. They said they'll have that response by the end of the month. What they're recommending, what the project manager is recommending, project engineer, as well as the project manager from Appalachian Regional Commission, is to reduce our grant amount, the project expenses that are associated with the gas line. That would be about $275,000. By taking that out of the budget, what it effectively does, they would reduce our contribution from $375,000 down to $100,000. That gas. By doing that, the return on investment, their rate of return would increase from 70% to 80%. And in my project report, that I had said that it would save another $240,000, actually $212,000. Project also. So we're negotiating that right now. And once both of their attorneys, ARCs and EDA's attorneys sign off on it, we'll be in a position to get reimbursed for the rest of it.
For our outlands less.
If they agree,
Right now,
and they would want that.
we have two pending drawdowns. One is for $115,000 and the other is for $99,790.
There's more to come, so moving those pieces on the board, huh?
So six. But I will say they're
Jeff's been dealing for 30 years. Just something guy.
I will say,
Pretty close, Jeff, right?
I will say
27,
I will say that the project engineer in Seattle has been trying to be helpful to resolve these issues for us.
Okay, that's all the questions I had, so. Anything else? Chairman, any move on?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Projects. Right, throw my comments. We'll have to go into executive session first. Then,
Let's make a motion for executive session for the purpose of discussing properties. Yes.
Sale.
Sale. Okay, thank you.
Out of executive session.
all right.
No executive session. Okay.
As far as the radars goes, I met with HCR yesterday and they disclosed that because of the type of application and there is not an end goal for it, it doesn't really align what they want to make. And so what my,
Can you just refresh the application?
yes, the energy study that I'm doing earlier.
I mean, there isn't, when they say end goal, there isn't a project. So, I mean, okay.
Remind us what the cost of that study is.
90,000.
Okay.
And their projects, they want to go up to 15 and this one was supposed to go up to 18 on contingent. But what she said was if we were to find like entity A, B, or C wanted to come to this location on contingent of the study being done and then coming back to them for like land clearing money, it will essentially be approved. So they want to make it work. I just have to do a little bit more fine. Kind of throw that in as like, hey, if you want to come here, just to pay for too much or land clearing, it's more or less, you know, we can probably get the grant money for that. So as though it wasn't the meeting I wanted to, it was very informational and now I know what my next steps are.
Land
Because
clearing.
yeah, she said, oh, she's like, you wanted the, you know, $700,000 for land clearing. The house in the water. That it looks like.
What does land clearing have to do with the energy study?
It's more like a do the energy study to make sure that the people come here and then we clear the land for them.
That is the project.
So it's a contingent part of, okay, so you're just tethering a potential project.
Yes.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
if she said, they'll come back with, you know, essentially a better plan, then we can do that. And as well,
Where are we in land clearing?
call Sterling today because they still haven't responded to me when I sent them to us.
Gonna be September,
Oh, it's
shortly.
I'm.
Yeah.
But if there's.
Sometimes it's better in the winter.
They're not gonna move forward on that right now.
Yeah.
If there's, if we're gonna state money, we're not gonna move
But
forward.
our problem is, we have no idea what that is gonna cost. So we have no idea whether, and there's a timeline involved in it, but anyway, we need to get bids so we know what we're up against, quite frankly. It could be a significant budget issue for our 2027 budget. Or we say, okay, we can't do this without state money. Then we know where we stand, but I can't believe they haven't gotten us documents yet, you know.
Yeah, because they're also doing all our delineations, so I think that's what's taking so long on the north side. I'm not an engineer, I don't know how that works.
Yeah, I mean, who cares about the north side? We're, you know, the major issues, south side of that road. They could get us bid documents and continue to fool around on the north side. I mean, the south side is cleared by the DEC, correct? That's where it's gonna cost us money.
So help me understand in terms of your pressing timeline for it. I think at this point, it's not gonna happen this year.
Not necessarily, but we don't know that. That's the problem.
We don't have anyone interested. So from I guess my perspective, I want to get it done and move it forward. It's not like something
We
that,
should chalk it up to a project for next year because we can get more money for it to get it done. So I think.
We'll not spend our own money. I mean, that's the.
is there, do you feel like there's something that's pressing, other than obviously wanting to make movement and
Yes,
actually make
we're
progress?
in a complete void because we have no idea what the cost is gonna be to do this. Maybe we just get those documents and go to one of the major excavation people and say, listen, can you help us? Can you give us an estimate of what it would be? We're not in a bid situation yet. There's plenty of people around, I think, that would be willing to do that, that have the equipment and give us an idea. Just walk that property with us and tell us what you think. You might not like what they say. It may say to us, now, we have to use grant money or we can't go forward with it.
I guess for me, it's looking like what is the value in doing something kind of out of order, if you will, to get a number? Our budget is what it is this year. You, by the end of the year, should have the documents and should be able to have been, I'm gonna make that assumption, so you could set next year's budget. So I'm guessing, like, what would be the value in trying to grab just a random?
The value would be if you go out to bid, and then you have to go find state money, you create a problem with contractors. Because if they put a bid in, they're usually looking for a timeline. And because they want to put it in their schedule for their equipment to be on that site. I would think it wouldn't be difficult to get it. I mean, I've done it numbers of times. It's worth, the architects worked with a company, you get estimates. And even this company, environmental, they know what they're doing. They gotta be able to give an estimate. But what,
Well, I mean, the reason we're doing this is because we don't think we can sell it without being cleared. I guess that's what everybody thinks, right?
maybe,
Well, I don't believe that, but that's
Yeah.
what most people, that's the reason
Well,
we're doing it.
if you're going in a like lot by lot sale, right? Potentially, I guess, yeah.
Because
It
how
it
this
makes
all-
it
I'm
more
just wondering how
enticing.
this all came about. Was-
It makes it more enticing, right, in terms
That's
of
what they're
you not
saying,
have to have a
correct,
cleared lot.
So if we wait to Dave's, I think
Yes.
what Dave is saying, that if we wait, that means another year goes by without.
Yeah, that's where I'm at, so other than wanting to continue to move it forward and have it available, I mean, we haven't had, the land is marketed,
I
right?
understand.
Is it marketed?
I tend to think that it doesn't matter.
Listed.
You feel that way?
Listed, and
It's better if it's shovel ready.
Yeah, but
is there any interest in that?
now you close.
It's better if it's shovel ready, period.
Right.
If it's not ready,
How
Right,
long have we had
it's
it?
gotta clean it up.
Is there any interest in it? Is there
that's
been
right
any?
now.
No, so zero interest in it at all. And it's been marketed, but not at a high level, I would assume.
yeah, they've listed, I don't think.
Yes.
It's like signs.
So we're not getting any interest at all.
Not at the moment.
Do we think that changes if it's cleared? Or do we think
I-
that it's location, and lack of utilities and all of the other?
Well, that's what the study was.
Oh, understood, but I'm just saying.
That's what I thought, there was the, don't know, actually go there, we'll look like survive there. So I think that's the big thing, not so much communication, but more of infrastructure.
If you're looking to purchase property down there, we may find out that we don't, that as Craig says, we don't want to spend that kind of money. But we will have information for prospective buyer who looks at a piece of property and goes, they have no idea what it costs us to clear this. We would have some information on that also, which
I
could
mean,
be
that's-
helpful.
We're not talking a lot of money to clear a lot.
No,
It's a
We
lot
got
of
the last
a
one.
lot of meetings.
We got, I know,
Cleared a lot, but the issue had to be
we
with the
got
DEC.
cleared for free.
no, this is.
The issue was more the DEC.
It's the concrete blocks. that are-
There's
all that-
concrete, right? Yeah, if there's
The
concrete
ground is different.
chopped up and removed.
That's the
It's
clearing.
expensive.
It's not just like grass and trees.
Tree, ground's no big deal.
That's what it will cause until they have the whole bunch of.
Because you're taking them out, yeah, it's
Yeah.
where the rim,
Yeah.
it's the bottom of the rim.
Is it?
That
On
is,
that particular lot,
Just that lot.
Yeah.
just that's the
Right there.
only thing that's gonna cost real money, and that's that lot. It's so full of concrete.
Yeah.
The entire lot is.
And it's gotta be pulverized, properly to be removed.
And the reverse that will be.
that's a grant as far as I'm.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
it-
there's grant money to do it.
yeah,
But there's others.
There's no harm in getting an estimate.
Clear.
No.
That's it.
If we can get it.
Right, so that's where the follow-up will be to start,
Yeah.
like, where are we at,
Yeah,
so I can know.
I'm not sure what comes first. Finding people who may be
The chicken or the
interested,
egg?
or do we do things parallel? Where you're working on clearing and doing, but the other thing is seeing who's out there that might be interested in that site. What is that, if the land is cleared? I mean, we kind of know what it's gonna look like, right?
I think-
Who are the people who would be interested in it?
Right.
What are the kind of, whether it's housing, whether it's industry, whether it's whatever, who are those people? And then how do we market to them specifically as opposed to saying this is there? So I kind of think you have to do both at the same time. You can't.
So you have answers when someone comes and looks at it and says,
Well,
we have a plan to have this cleared, right, we have a plan to have this cleared,
right.
you know.
And then you've got somebody who says, you know what, I've used 10 acres here, blah, 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 blah. And then you have some impact on the funding agencies because you say, I have this person who's interested in it and will bring this many jobs. But it seems like we have to be working on that as well. And if you're just focused on clearing and renting at the same time.
Yeah,
Or
Yeah.
I guess.
both at once.
Yeah.
I agree, Jack.
Yes. I think the other way, when you look at clearing, getting things like more shovel ready, when a lot of opportunities come up, you have something ready to go.
No, I totally agree
Yeah.
with it,
Yeah.
but you don't wait for one
One
thing to
thing,
happen
yes.
and the other.
Yes.
It is not, it has to be done at the same time. So I agree with you. Get some idea of what the cost is.
Yeah.
And at the same time saying, what is it good for? I mean, really, what is this land?
I don't think-
I still
nothing
don't know
about
that
Sterling.
answer.
Well, we should be,
we
I
don't
rely on you
have
guys
Like,
to know what are the
Again, what kind of
opportunities.
industries or business or operate, like, we talked about the rail siding, we talked about, right, the lack of energy, we've talked about, like, the assets of that area to understand, are there target industries and or companies that we could be going after that would be able to fit in very easily, quickly, right, that don't use a lot of energy or, so that's where, for me, I still don't have a good picture of like, who is our target here and what it.
Well, a lot of us,
A data center. No, I'm just.
oh my God, that's.
Don't, no.
Look, my only.
I just had to lighten it up.
That was a joke.
My only point is, okay, I don't know Sterling, okay? Tim can tell you, we did a huge project with a all-weather track and, okay? Before we went out to bid, the engineers that we worked with, the architect, he came up with a cost estimate, okay? And it was right on money, because they know that Sterling must know that Sterling should be able pick up the phone and call you and say, we've looked at this project, we've had engineers look at it. This is what we think it would cost for just that one area where the roundhouse was. They should be able to do that. We shouldn't have to do their work for them. That's my point. And because we've done it, I've done it numbers of times with projects. They give you a really good, usually conservative estimate.
And we have plans that we spent $1 million on
Yes.
that has buildings. So if someone calls me and says, I need a 20,000 square foot building, here's this piece.
Right, exactly.
Here's that piece. I mean, it seems just real estate just seems very sense.
But Dave, to your point, I agree with you, but you have to have a relationship with that company. You know, it's not the cold call, it's having the relationship with Sterling to get that done. And, that's the way you do business, is they trust you, and do we have that relationship, having fostered that relationship?
How many lots, if you take the one with all the concrete on it, out of the picture, how many lots do we have?
I think it's 4, isn't it?
Or is it 4, but.
All on the
I
same
mean,
side?
that's the 1.5.
Yeah, all on the same.
I mean, we consider just clearing them?
Good.
Can I screw the concrete?
So I'm just gonna.
We're kinda
Here's where we're very full circle is that's where we started this, and as a board, you guys wanted to do it all at once.
I did.
Which led to the wetland delineation, the stormwater waste management plan. So just, I wasn't here for that meeting.
That's a memory. It's nice
Yeah,
to forget.
But you didn't anticipate Sterling taking months to get back to you, or whatever that is. You,
Well, I think the minute we went to that footprint, that was the snowball,
Yeah.
of all the additional work and all the additional effort that was needed.
The longest was DEC, it wasn't Sterling.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
we're just, sitting under residual facts,
so knowing the facts that we know now, my point is there any reason to look at carving out a piece and just
And you could back.
back up? And because I have this in the way back of my mind, because I thought our water delineation was done at one point. I thought
It was, but it had to be, because we started this, it had to
Get
be
it.
revised.
I get it, but everything kind of is wiggles, and when I see you start digging out concrete in what used to be the roundhouse.
Yeah.
What other environmental thing is somebody gonna jump up and say, you thought you were clear on, and now you have to deal with?
That's where Sterling's expertise is supposed
Would be helpful.
to take care of that for us.
Sure.
Yeah.
I was too cynical.
Well, yeah, that's smoke there too, right?
Remember, the DEC threw a huge problem in the middle of this by changing wetland delineation. And hence we had to go back, jump through those hoops, only to find out there was no change on the south side of the road. Typical DEC maneuver, right? And we have a problem on the north side. But the real siding is the south side, that's most of the land.
It is.
So that's where, who cares about the north
So figure
side?
that out.
That's trees and shrubs, anybody can
That
put
makes
it.
sense.
It's the concrete that's gonna be costly, and Sterling should be able to give us a figure. And they should be more responsive to us, because we're paying them, for God's sake.
See if Sterling can get you an estimate.
You got it. Full circle.
Thank you, Dave. You're right.
That's it. Yep.
We do have to.
That's all I can.
I know, a comment. We don't have many.
Jody?
Well, on the Richfield Spring, we discussed most of it. In addition, we had to do an ESD growth impact statement. I received that 2 days ago. And they're processing, they sent me a final draft of the closing documents. yesterday. Key Bank of Albany wants to discuss the potential issuance of a tax exempt bond to finance Andela products. I don't know whether that they've actually talked to them or not.
What's our stance on that?
That was, what had happened was that Andela and the county treasurer used kind of her financial advisor,
Who is?
county treasurer. Had met with
Ruffle. Giving advice.
He's helping her.
Go ahead, keep going.
Gotcha.
I met with our attorney that does our bonding for us. And they said that they could identify a couple of financial firms that have done financial bonds for ideas. Because what we found up in our area is that a lot of the banks just don't know anything about tax exempt bonds. One of their smaller firms, so that he put her in touch with this guy from Keeman Bank, and apparently they're going to do some due diligence with her to see whether they can structure a tax exempt bond. The probably would lower the interest payments by 2%, would make it more feasible. But again, it's all up to the financials. The bank has to review those in order to decide whether they want to move ahead.
So they're talking about that prior to reviewing financials.
Yes,
Yes.
What's our role in that? That's my question.
we really don't have any. If Key Bank says we want to finance Andela, we're going to give her this type of an interest rate, we would issue bonds that Key Bank would buy.
We would issue bonds? Okay.
But it's guaranteed by the bank that was the purchase of those bonds. So there's no financial liability. But what a key bank actually ends up,
There still has to be an approval process for a financial transaction with the borrower. So that's still pending.
yes.
Okay.
That's it. And that's really it on this project right now. I have requested that EDA look at granting us a 6-month extension to coincide with the deadline for the Appalachian Regional Commission, which is February 29, 2027. That would allow us time, probably over the next 2 months, to iron out the details with NYSEG on putting in the electric. Because right now, NYSEG is saying we have so much storm damage throughout the state that we don't know what we're gonna get to.
Tim, what do you think? I saw you react.
Data center, go with those data.
I don't know, I mean, that sounds like nice site to me.
They probably wouldn't even do it themselves, they probably have a subcontract.
It's always contracts.
Yeah, always.
And I heard you were retiring.
Yeah. Soon.
And if you retire soon enough, we may switch NYSEG.
I don't want to belabor this, so make it quick, but the sign, so that we can end up doing a ribbon cutting,
Yes.
that fitting in, do we have a vendor and do we have a sign?
I do have a vendor working on the sign, and as far as the cutting bills, I contacted Larry last week, and he agreed that we should do a ribbon cutting. I also chatted with Andrew a bit for dates, and he mentioned a date where I think their board has a meeting. I think what's it, early September or mid-September. So I'm gonna send out a poll to everyone, see if that works,
Okay.
and we'll go there.
You have a.
Yeah, I was just saying that, the board, the first September 2nd, so ideally, it goes in the afternoon. You know, obviously not during the board meeting, but,
I need the vendor name if they're an
They could-
MW.
hopefully we go.
We good? Okay.
So moved.
And
Yes, you can, yeah.
We do have government.
Up options.
All right, it's August.
what?
It's August, it's quarterly.
We do have a governance. meeting.
Yeah.
Right, but we
There's nothing.
don't have any
I
business.
did, I kept the meeting, in case any of you had.
Yeah, in case you needed to bring it, I don't think there was any business we needed to discuss with them.
Right.
Excellent.
Okay.
Thank you, guys.